Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and in today's video I'm going to respond to another viewer's question. She wrote a long paragraph, but really what it comes down to is, my lawyer is terrible, what should I do? So that's the topic of today's video. Basically she's got an injury case going with an attorney, and she had several complaints. One is that every time she talks to the lawyer, it takes him forever to call her back. She also complains that when she does talk to him, he never remembers the basic details of the case. Another complaint is that I guess she gave him a witness to the accident that he never called, never got a statement from, never contacted. And her last complaint is just that the lawyer seems very disorganized and overwhelmed and like not on top of it, right? And, listen, if you have an attorney and you have that situation or that experience with the attorney, or your attorney is being aggressive and being a jerk, that's not nice, right? That's not something that builds the relationship between the lawyer and client. It's definitely not something that makes somebody want to do business with you, right? So this is what I would tell this lady, okay? When you're having concerns, second thoughts, all of this with a lawyer, communication is key, all right? So when it comes to not calling clients back, you gotta have a lawyer communicates with you, right? And when a lawyer communicates with you, they've got to actually speak with you. It has to be like a meaningful exchange of information. If you have questions, they can't just give you stock, vague answers, right? And if you don't understand something, they have to be willing to explain it to you. So that leads into the second complaint, or one of the other complaints this lady had, is that when she would talk to him about the case, he never remembers the facts. He never remembers the details of the crash or the injury. Now, there's an explanation for that, or at least a partial one. Injury lawyers have never been busier than they are now because of the competition and because of insurance companies fighting every injury case hard now. So even if you have a really substantial good injury case, they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. And so that's a concern, right? It's a big concern. So my point on this stuff is, again, like I've said in other videos, you need to sit down and talk to the lawyer and address the concerns. So here are some of the questions. You got to say, listen, when I call you, you don't ever seem familiar with my file. Like, what's going on? Is this a low priority case for you? Do you have too many cases? Are you working on a big case right now? Are you getting ready to retire? What's going on? Why? I'm not feeling a connection with you. I'm not feeling like my case is a priority for you. And listen, maybe they'll tell you their kid is sick. Maybe they'll tell you they're preparing for trial in another case. Look, there's not a lawyer out there who, when they're getting ready for trial, is going to be as fresh mentally on your case, because they have to basically memorize their entire injury file to go to trial on it. So that's just the reality of injury practice. If they're knee deep in another case, which they have to be if they're getting ready for trial, and they don't instantly recall every detail of your case, that's forgivable, right? Because lawyers have to carry 100 or more cases to make a living doing this, because the average injury case is much smaller with much more temporary injuries than most people think. I think most people think that the average case is a 6 or 7 figure case, and that's really just not it. There's a lot of cases out there that are 4-figure cases. And if a lawyer, if you do the math on it, in order to make a living, and a lawyer has 70 or 80% of their files, or 95% of their files are 4-figure cases, that's a lot of work for not a lot of money on these cases, right? Doesn't mean that the lawyer doesn't appreciate your case and doesn't want your case, or that your case isn't a priority. It just means that lawyer literally has, 100 emails a day, 20 phone calls a day to return, 15 letters, all on top of all the other stuff that needs to get done, right? So that's how that works. But the bottom line is, the only way to get to the bottom of it is you need to sit down with your lawyer and have a conversation. Now, if your lawyer gets offended and yells at you for sitting down or asking for a meeting, or your lawyer won't explain or has no excuse for not meeting your standards, then it might be time to think about hiring a different lawyer. Now, I have other videos on my channel that go into detail on that, but I never tell people as a first resort to fire their lawyer and hire another one. I always tell people to try and work it out. You should also be aware that there are better times and worse times to fire a lawyer. Like if your case is set for trial, or you've gotten a big offer on it and all the depositions in court is pretty much done, the case is set for trial, not too many lawyers are going to want to step in at that point, because the case hasn't been positioned the way the new lawyer wants to maximize the value, right? So for example, I will take an occasional case that's close to trial or with a big offer on it if I see some way that I can do better for the client. But it's like a developing chess game or a checkers game. If you make a bunch of bad moves early on, or there are things you don't do early on, by the end of the game, you're not in a good position to win. And winning here means maximum value for your case. So the closer to trial your case gets, the less likely another lawyer is going to want to get involved and handle a case for you. So that's how that works. Don't, if you think things aren't working out with your lawyer, talk to him as soon as it comes up and work it out, or switch lawyers early on in the process. Don't hang on and wait and guess and then turn out that your lawyer's a jerk or won't talk to you, because at that point it might be too late to find a new lawyer, or things may have been done in your case that really limit the value. So anyway, that's how all that works, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If I can be of assistance to you or anyone you know, or if you have an injury case or a person to refer to me, I'd really appreciate it. You can do that by calling 312-500-4500 anytime, night or day, always free to get a consultation from me. 312-500-4500. If you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I have two awesome tools on my website. One is called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you what your case might be worth. The other one is the Good Case Calculator. It tells you whether you might have a good case or whether you might have a case with some real challenges. Both of those tools are built by me. They take 10 or 20 seconds to answer 7 multiple choice questions, and both of them, for free, in 10 or 20 seconds flat, give you tailored, custom information, detailed and customized to your situation, all without speaking to a lawyer. So I built them for people who aren't ready to call a lawyer, and people love them. I'm getting tons of thank yous and notes and messages and comments that people really appreciate the tools. So check them out. Links in the description. Finally, please like this video and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, I will never forget it. I will always appreciate it. And the best part is it's very easy and quick for you to do. I need as many 5-star Google reviews as I can get. I'm going to leave a link in the description. All you do is go to that web address on your phone, tablet, or computer. Takes you right there. Click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit, and in 5 seconds to 10 seconds flat, you're done. And it's an invaluable favor to me that I'd really appreciate. People really rely on those Google reviews when deciding what law firm to hire, okay? And so that's that, okay? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So if I can be of any assistance, or you have anybody to send my way who's been involved in an accident and needs representation, I'd really appreciate it. 312-500-4500, or if you just have a question. Finally, if you have a question that you'd like to see a video on, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll shoot you a video explaining the details and what's going on, okay? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.